This podcast is not intended to provide any investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the hosts or guests do not necessarily reflect the views of PSA, Collectors Holdings, or any of their affiliates. Any discussion of collectible values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance.
Hello and welcome to Hit Draft. My name is Ryan Greene, and with me today, Jack Archer and Ryan Porter. Hit Draft cracks open the collector's psyche, showcasing the layers of intricacies and decision-making that goes into building a collection. We'll be drafting from a small assortment of PSA-graded cards that are pre-selected by our producer, Drew, and each card is a mystery to the hosts until they're unveiled here shortly. So today we will have a 6-card pool to pick from, and each of us will walk away here with a 2-card haul. Today's draft order will be as follows. Ryan Porter's got the number 1 pick, Jack Archer number 2, myself number 3. As we embark on our snake draft, we will each explain why we're taking the cards we do. Today's draft theme, boys, baseball is back. So before we get into the draft, guys, I mean, it's March. Does it feel like it? Do you feel the baseball in the air right now?
I felt it on March 1st. I walked outside. Something was different. There was something in the air.
I can't wait. I can't wait, especially because Top Series 1 is here. And Top Series 1 is at the peak of Topps flagship. The design is incredible. I'm absolutely in love with it. I cannot wait for it in chrome. But even the base, the paper version, the flagship version, it is so beautiful. I love it. And it makes me even more excited for baseball season because everybody knows sports is better with cards.
I always say that Top Series 1, for me personally, marks the official start of baseball season. Usually comes out a little bit before spring training starts, but that's when it feels real. Did you guys love the Series 1? I mean, you mentioned the design. Did you guys love the Series 1 design right from jump? Did it take seeing some of the cards in hand? What was kind of your reaction with it?
Yeah, well, you actually hit on it, Jack. It's one of those designs where you're like, I can see this in chrome.
Yes.
That neon is going to pop in a really special way. How's it going to look? How's it going to look on paper, though? You know what I like, though? I like the team name up top, and every card is going to feel like a color match in that regard. So this sends them some things to stick out. It's fun to look at this card and imagine, like in 10 years, is this going to have? Are we going to look back on any design like we look back on like 2008 Topps? I don't know. There might be some long appeal here. I'm excited to play it. We'll check in 10 years on that one.
It reminds me a lot of like the 1980s Topps sets, like mid 80s, where you got a little bit funky. They felt very distinct. Lately, Topps has felt very safe. It's felt very traditional baseball card. Haven't really been taking as many chances. This is a chance. This is a risk, and it's paying off. And I'm excited for these like Topps design reveals to feel like moments and less like, oh, here's just like a slight update. Here's like the flagship rookie we held until the next year. I'm pumped.
We're here at PSA where authentication and grading is what we do, right? From that aspect, I love the black borders on the top half of the card. Having opened a jumbo box recently, I felt like I was paying more attention to condition. I'm really interested to see how these cards translate when it comes to grading, especially the paper version. And my other takeaway, I really felt like they leveled up photography this year. Like I'm definitely noticing some base cards that are popping out of my hands to me a little bit more than normal.
I agree with you. And one of my favorite Topps flagship parallels is the black. And it always grades really, really poor. But when you see one in a PSA 9, a PSA 10, it makes you feel like excited. It's a beautiful parallel. It looks really, really good in the all black in this set. But I do like a little bit of mystery, and I do like some scarcity through grading. So personally, I don't really mind it, especially with a set that isn't super expensive. And there's going to be a lot of these different cards out there outside of the short prints and the parallels.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's going to be really interesting to watch the grading results data of Topps Series 1 as we get through March into April as more of these grades pop. I know me personally, I submitted about 5 or 6 cards from the box I ripped because I really wanted to challenge. I wanted to get some good names in PSA 10. So I was taking extra careful I was taking extra care of the cards as they were coming out of the packs. I kind of like that a little element to it.
Yeah, soft hands. Soft hands.
So that's the start of the 2024 product run. But all three of us as collectors, even as baseball was dormant between November and mid to late February, we've still got baseball cards in the mind. So you're always trying to think of whose cards do I want to get before next season kicks in. Want to go around. Who did you guys focus on picking up at least one card of this offseason, thinking 2024 might be the year?
For me, well, I'll tell you what I love. I love the guys that the MLB Instagram rides hard. Those are the guys I target. Maybe they get to me. But one of those guys is Mr. Exit Velocity. That would be O'Neal Cruz. He was injured last year, so there's kind of like this window, I feel like, where Ellie De La Cruz came in and he became the new O'Neal Cruz. And I'm ready to get back to Pittsburgh on that front. And, you know, I have to say, like anytime he does something special, much like Ellie De La Cruz, like hitting it 500 feet or gunning someone down at home plate from the wall, he's that guy. And I'm looking forward to the highlight reel. So, yeah, off season for him.
I spent most of the offseason tracking down rare Ichiro gold refractors, but there's another Mariner that I've had my eye on. And at Burbank Card Show, I was so close to picking up one of his gold sapphire PSA 10s from Topps Chrome Update. Not the debut, but like the actual true rookie card. He's wearing the throwback blue and yellow uniform. Incredible card. Couldn't pull the deal off. Had to walk away. He was asking way too much. And it's been just in my mind ever since. I'm going to need to own that card in some way. But I've also been looking at other Julio Rodriguez cards. I just feel like I need a big one in my collection. The hype has died down just a touch. So if the right card becomes available, I think I can get it at a price that I feel comfortable with. So that's really the big one. And then CJ Abrams is someone I've been looking at too. I think this is kind of like the post-hype sleeper player of the year. The Nationals aren't going to be good this year, but he has not just like Trey Turner potential. I think he could be like a step above that potentially. If you play fantasy baseball, might be somebody to look at pretty hard this year. But his cards are so cheap, and you can get some really, really nice, extremely high-end CJ Abrams cards for not that much money. I might be pulling the trigger on a card or two in the next few weeks.
Plus, he's going to be in the midst of just a massive wave of young talent coming up in that Nationals org right now.
Yeah, for real.
Good time to be looking. I've become much more specific with my baseball collecting. Here at PSA, I'm always really captivated by the active MLBers who collect themselves and submit cards to us for grading. So I kind of tend to like veer towards these guys with my collecting. I've collected Bobby Witt Jr. for well over a year. Picked up a couple nice ones this offseason, tracked down a gold sapphire Topps Chrome PSA 10, which just popped and I'm never going to be getting rid of. Also picked up recently a Josh Young Topps Chrome sapphire rookie. Found a nice jersey number match out of 50, currently in grading. So those have been my guys I've been watching. Not to mention, they're both pretty good young players who I think have big years lying ahead of them. Yeah. So
you collect the guys whose number you have saved in your phone.
I mean, you have a connection there, right? Like it makes you feel connected to what you're collecting.
Check out my new pickup. It's you.
I don't go that far. All right. Now spring training well underway. We're closing in on opening day. We've started to see some results. Who's the one guy who you've seen this spring and you've seen the cards start to pick up some steam where you're like, man, I really wish that guy had been on my radar the last few months. I wish I was thinking about him.
I mean, I can't speak for the spring, but I'm left with this. At this point, I can't separate fantasy from the hobby, and guys who have been there for me are special to me. Like they make it into the collection. I had Spencer Torkelson last year, and the last couple months he was special. He flipped a switch. And I should be picking up cards right now. In fact, I probably will. Again, the Tigers aren't going to be good. we're shouting out a lot of teams that really aren't going to be good. But hey, who's going to be the new Diamondbacks?
Yeah,
right.
Somebody's got to be right.
Right.
With 14 teams in the playoffs, somebody has to be.
Right. I was Spencer's a guy for me.
Speaking of Diamondbacks, my choice, Corbin Carroll. We just produced and sent the PSA magazine issue to print, March issue featuring Corbin Carroll embossed snakeskin variant covers, including a black embossed snakeskin 1/1. Look forward to that in the mail. But I just became a little extra obsessed with Corbin Carroll. He signed a few issues of PSA magazine for us graciously. He's a collector himself. He's chasing his own superfractors. And he's also just like a historic rookie season on top of it. He's got a lot going for him. I haven't picked up any Corbin Carroll rookie cards just yet, but I did pick up a purple corduroy vintage throwback Arizona Diamondbacks hat. And I feel like that's step one. And step two is spending an irresponsible amount of money on his high-end gold refractors in PSA 10 form.
I've been watching a couple of his, so there's a good chance we might be watching some of the same cards for the same reason. I wish I had. Mine is not so much under the radar, but new location. I think a big season incoming. Man, Juan Soto just feels right with the Yankees.
He looks great in pinstripes.
He really does. He's been mashing the ball in Florida so far in spring training. You know how some of those home runs you see on social media, on TV from spring training, like because there's not a huge crowd there's not a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Like the sound off the bat just sounds insane. I feel like I've seen 2 to 3 hits of his, couple home runs this spring where it just sounds like a cannon is going off. I'm like, this guy's about to rake.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. The minor league field, it looks like dudes are just raking in little league, out there. Hey, they got the short porch.
They do.
Could be one of those, he's what though? He's on his 3rd jersey now. And yeah, he looks good in pinstripes.
It's such a hobby. You get both sides of the sword here because 3rd team in how many years? 3 years.
Yeah.
But this is a guy who's still only 25, 26 years old. He's on the Hall of Fame trajectory already. He's already won a World Series. Like now going to the Yankees, it feels like the perfect storm coming together.
Just 25, but I'm seeing this all over social media right now, all over ESPN. You know what this reminds me of? A couple years ago, Shohei Ohtani mashing in spring training, and then he went out to have one of the greatest baseball seasons of all time. Could this happen with Soto again? I feel it in the air. There's something special about this, but we'll see. The mystery of sports is what makes it so fun.
I'm excited for Soto to throw 8 innings, 10 Ks, 2 hits.
Just to put it all in perspective, right? All right. So as we said at the top, this is Hit Draft. So we've set the stage. It's time to dive into the cards. Baseball season right around the corner. We got some monsters to pick from. Drew pulled some cards from the list of the 10 most submitted players to PSA since the end of last season. So to run through that list really quick. Now, we're not going to have cards of all these players, but they will be from this list. Number 10, Mike Trout. Number 9, Aaron Judge. 8, Ellie De La Cruz. 7, Jackson Holliday. 6, Ronald Acuna Jr. 5, Adley Rutschman. 4, Julio Rodriguez. Number 3, Gunnar Henderson. Number 2, Jack Sky, Corbin Carroll. And number 1's obvious. The most submitted baseball athlete to PSA last year and probably going to be the case again this year, Shohei Ohtani.
Of course.
So, Drew, we're going to get to the cards. I'm really hoping you got an Ohtani in there, but you always bring out the good surprises. So without further ado, guys, let's go through the cards. Here we got pack number 1. Ooh.
PSA 10 Auto 10, Corbin Carroll, blue refractor, and it's jersey number match, 7 out of 150. No call out by producer Drew, but keen eyes see that right away.
How much cooler is it when the number 7 jersey match is 007 out of 150?
I mean, I would rather have 07 out of 10.
Yes.
But I'm also a big Bond guy, so I don't know. It's a close one.
So this one recently sold for $915. dead of the offseason, it looked like. Well, actually, not long after the World Series in mid-November.
I've seen this image. We've all seen this image so many times. Never gets old. It's one of those, it's
a great rookie card.
It really is. And I don't care that they've used that in other products and whatnot. It's that good. Go ahead.
There's our guy, Shohei Ohtani. We got a 2022 Topps Definitive Auto Relic Collection Purple. This is number 4 out of 10 with a really nice 3-color patch. A lot of red in there. Nice on-card auto. PSA 10, as mentioned. Recently sold for $1,700 at the end of last season.
Extremely underrated product. Topps Definitive. I don't understand why these cards don't go for significantly more. They're treated like the poorest man's Panini Flawless, and they shouldn't be.
Their patch selections are always really solid. I do want to shout out to the autograph quality on this card because Shohei's cards can be a little hit and miss in terms of the streakiness, the fading in his auto. This one's pretty bold from examples I've seen. Ooh. He's hitting all your guys here, Jack.
You got J-Rod. Bowman Chrome first, Green Shimmer, PSA 9. It's a nice looking card. This card, to me, at this point, feels 30 years old because I feel like I've seen it for so many years.
It really does. We're going into year 3 of him having flagship cards. You're right. This goes
back to 2019, though. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Sold for $1,770 at PWCC last month. So good sale, good healthy sale right before the start of spring training. Ooh.
This is a nice one.
Yeah. Card number 4, we got 2018 Bowman Chrome, Ronald Acuna Jr. Gold Refractor, PSA 10, sold for $1,675 on eBay. This is, I'm actually kind of surprised this didn't sell for more.
Well, it's not his Bowman first, right? But to me, some of the Bowman first images are just a little too juvenile. I like, this is a man who's playing in a big league stadium right now, like swinging, and phenomenal card.
Great card here. This is a classic. We got Aaron Judge from 2013 Bowman Chrome, refractor auto out of $499, PSA 9 with an authentication distinction on the auto, or authentic distinction on the auto, sold for $1,200 in late November. I believe this is rounding us out. This is Ellie De La Cruz, 2022 Bowman Sterling. Gold refractor, PSA 10, the nice auto. Ooh, this card really pops. I love the full flood gold on it.
Yeah, Sterling to me is very hit and miss, but I do like this design quite a bit.
Sold for $1,050 in February.
Look at the autograph.
It's elegant, but also like juvenile at the same time, like childish.
Yeah,
it's kind of nice. I don't know.
He's at least consistent with it. I'll give him that.
It looks like the heartbeat of a mouse.
The EKG monitor autograph from Ellie De La Cruz right there. So we've got 6 cards to pick from. We'll take a really quick breather here. We'll come right back, and we're going to pick them and tell you why. All right. Had a couple minutes to think about it. Ryan Porter, you are up first. 6 card. We got the snake draft. What is the number 1 overall pick here?
Yeah, I'm going to have to pull the trigger. He's one of those guys that I don't have any cards of. And every year I ask myself, why? Right? I was looking at the Ohtani, but I'm in love with his signature from 2018, and it's changed over time. And that's just not my Ohtani sig. The Corbin Carroll is fantastic, but I am going to add the Ronald Acuna Gold rookie card, Bowman Chrome. Like I said, the RCs out of Bowman Chrome have really been growing on me. I like them a lot. I just love the image. The image is perfect. I love the dark jersey. And I think we all agreed, why didn't it sell for more? But I think I'll hold it for a while. Thanks, boys.
That was my choice. So thank you.
Same.
I'm a gold refractor guy. That's a beautiful card. Great choice. So I'm going to take the Aaron Judge, and I'll tell you why. One of my favorite Bowman Chrome designs, full stop, was from 2013. It's his first Bowman, arguably like one of his best cards. It's a refractor and a very, very bold blue, beautiful autograph. He's wearing a Yankees jersey. It feels iconic. What he's done historically for baseball. This is the kind of card. Yeah, it's not the PSA 10 gold refractor that fits perfectly in my collection, but I can put this in a different box, the historical importance box, separate from my main PC, and feel like it can be there for decades. I love this card. I love his eye black too, how it's smeared. Just a great image, great card. And unlike Julio Rodriguez, who looks like he's 12 in his Bowman Chrome first, Aaron Judge is like a grown man that could like punch through a brick wall with his bare hands.
He looks like a powerhouse there.
That could be him at 8 years old, for all we know.
Well, my top 2 picks are off the board by the time I got to number 3, but I'm going to go with the Corbin Carroll auto at number 3.
Of course you are.
The jersey number match sold it for me. I'm typically with color parallels. I'm usually like, I like the base refractors, I like gold, and then I like the team color match. So there's no team color association here with the blue, but I do love that card. I think the auto looks really crisp, and the 007 out of 150 just kind of sold me. And then at number 4, I mean, how do you not go with the best player on the planet, right? Shohei Ohtani, I'm going to take the 2022 definitive patch auto. Got nice multicolor there. I feel like you see less and less in terms of bold signatures of him on cards as we go. So I'm going to grab this one.
He looks like he's contemplating like the Angels' latest like GM move right there. He's got a lot on his mind.
His latest Tungsten Armo Doyle moment. Yeah.
This one's pretty easy for me. The Bowman Sterling card has some things going for it, but the product itself, it's very hit and miss. It doesn't have the kind of legacy that I love to have in my collection. It's one of those cards that you try to trade with somebody at a card show, and they're never that excited about it when you pull out a Bowman Sterling card. You know what they are excited about? Bowman Chrome first. Green Shimmer autograph, Julio Rodriguez. I'm a Mariners fan. I have a really, really nice Ichiro collection that I'm building, and I feel like this is a really, really nice compliment to that gold sapphire refractor PSA 10 that I'm going to purchase at one point.
Not every team like pulls off the green as well as the Mariners do.
Yeah.
It just looks right. This makes it easy for me. I'm going to take the mouse heartbeat autograph here. I'm going to go with the Ellie De La Cruz Bowman Sterling. Sterling has been growing on me. I think there's some good cards in there, and I get to hop on the ride that is Ellie De La Cruz this season, and that'll be fun, right? And he's no O'Neal Cruz,
as you told us at the top,
right? Well, I'll take all the cruises.
You're actually, plus, I mean, even though it's not the first Bowman on there, you're getting his first year of Bowman that he appeared in. Gold refractor, auto, not bad.
It's a good call out.
I think speaking as someone who dumped his entire allowance on Jose Cruz Jr. rookie cards during his childhood, I have like PTSD with people named Cruz after getting burned by that.
I think everyone around our age thought that was going to be the megastar. He was next in line in Seattle, Toronto, wherever he was. Well, this was a blast, guys. I hope everybody, you guys feel pretty good about your haul you're walking away with.
Yeah, I have gold on gold. Right? I got the former MVP and the future MVP.
I have two Bowman Chrome first of two of the most exciting players in baseball. I like that.
I'm pretty pleased. Yeah, I mean, obviously Ohtani's nice, but got the I don't know what I would call the set, but the set of players who collect and grade with PSA, the PC is growing. The Corbin Carroll ad.
You got the NL West.
Yeah. That too.
You need to have like a collection box that just says like Rolodex or something on it. The Rolodex collection on the set registry.
Don't give me ideas. Well, guys, thanks everyone for tuning in here. first installment of Hit Draft of 2024. We're going to be back with another one soon. For Jack Archer and Ryan Porter, I'm Ryan Greene. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week with more on the PSA Pod.